Welcome to Venice, just steps away from the world-famous Rialto Bridge and conveniently located by two different Valparaiso water taxi stops is the Riva del Vin Boutique Hotel, where we spent a few nights in a couple of different rooms, which we're going to take you on a tour of today. To get to the hotel, you do have to go just slightly past the canal down one of these side streets to the entrance off on the side, 678 Riva del Vin, where you're going to find this tiny little hotel lobby. Now, the check-in staff was very friendly and accommodating, and everybody seemed to speak English, which was very helpful for us. Now, you can take this equally tiny little elevator up, or the stairs, of course, and that's going to lead you to the first shot that we saw in the video, this little lounge off the third floor, where you're going to get a fantastic view of the canal. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a video of it, but on the floor below this one was the breakfast room, which had equally the same view. Now, this hotel has, I believe, 16 rooms. Not all of them have views of the canal. Some of them are of that interior street that we saw at the beginning of the video. But from here, you can see the Rialto Bridge and a number of these red tents that are restaurants along the canal. There's just so much to do in this area. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the first of our two rooms. This is a deluxe room. Now, this has two, I believe, double beds pushed together. As you can see, there is also that separate day bed off on the side. You'll have to forgive the state of the room. We did film this right before checkout after enjoying the room for a couple of days. Here on the map, you can see it is a bit of a larger room. There are single rooms that are a bit smaller, and we are relatively close to the elevator. You can control the temperature within the room. There's several light switches, a lot of lighting options. You do have to put that card in the wall holder to make the lights work. Now, I like the colors of this room. It's kind of somber. It's a little bit moody. The little black and white photos there on the wall give it quite the atmosphere. And if you take a look out the window, again, this doesn't have a canal view, but it does have that interior street view. And these buildings are just gorgeous. You're not going to find this anywhere in the US, that's for sure. So even if you're staring out the window from your bed, you're not going to be that disappointed. There is, of course, a TV and a little desk area. That TV is going to be a little hard to see from the entire bed because of this oddly protruding wall. However, the beds were very comfortable, a little bit on the firm side if that's your thing. Switches, of course, by the bed will control the lights throughout the room. There are windows on both sides of the room, which is great, so you can get a nice cross breeze, get that nice fresh canal air coming through. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the bathroom. I will admit I like this bathroom a little bit better than the room we're going to see next. Just take note of these finishes. You're going to see quite a difference in the other room. There was that high shower head, great for tall people like myself. No problem standing under it at all. There is a window here to allow some fresh air into the bathroom. Not really sure why we needed the bars on this particular set of windows. Maybe somebody could climb up there, but I highly doubt anyone's going to squeeze in that little space. And there were some towel warmers among the bathroom amenities, as well as a bidet there. Let's go ahead and head back out into the main room just to take another quick look around. The finishes in this room are quite different than the one we're going to take a look at next. Believe it or not, the next room doesn't have carpeting like this one does. Light fixtures are different. It's just a completely different feel. This room still, though, was quite nice, and I think it cost us about $250 a night, which for the location can't be beat. You are steps from the Rialto Bridge, a 10-minute walk to St. Mark's, right next to the water taxis, grocery stores, restaurants, all within walking distance. All right, so let's walk upstairs and take a look at room 301. Now, this is a deluxe room with a view. Now, there were two of these on the third floor that face the canal, and we have the one that is, if you're on the inside, on the right. If you can book the one on the left, I believe it's a little bit more expensive than this one, which ran about, I believe, $400 a night. It was a little bit more expensive, a little bit larger, and had a bit of an easier view of Rialto Bridge. Now, we are looking at a terrazzo floor, so you're not going to have carpeting, but they did have the slippers if you wanted to use them. Best part about this room, of course, the windows, and we're going to come right back to that in a moment. First, let's take a look at the floor plan. Again, here is our room, and it is just a jog down the hall to the elevators. Here's that slightly larger room, and then in between us is that lounge we looked at earlier. Now right inside the door, of course, you have the light switches. You do have to put the card in the wall. You're going to find that everywhere in Europe. And then, of course, you can control the temperature as well. There's a TV, a little bit offset from the bed there again, but you could see it no problem if you want to watch TV. But who wants to do that when you can look right outside the window here at this fabulous canal? We just enjoyed standing here, watching the boats travel up and down. You've got all sorts of boats from the water taxis, which again, there are 2 stops, one right across the canal past the Rialto Bridge, and one down the little walkway to the right. But you've got gondolas going up and down, private taxis and watercrafts. At all hours, it's just amazing to stand there and look out the window. Now, the shutter does, as you can see right there, kind of hits the balcony, the middle balcony, which makes it not open quite as far, which hinders the view out the window. That would be my only complaint about the view. But here in the room, you do have the same amenities as downstairs. You've got your kettle for hot water, and there's some teas and coffees and things. We didn't actually use any of that. There's too much outside. I mean, we're talking hundreds of restaurants all within walking distance of the hotel. It was just so much fun to be outside exploring the city. Everything is so walkable and just simply so beautiful that you want to be walking around, looking at everything, exploring every nook and cranny of Venice. But back in the room here, on each side of the bed, of course, you have a nightstand. There were outlets behind each one. You will, of course, need a European adapter if you're from America, but they were conveniently located and easy to access on both sides. You've got the switches there next to the bed for the reading lights as well as the main lights. Over here on the side, you do have a wardrobe. Let's go ahead and open that up and take a look. There are a number of hangers for you to hang up some shirts, or as we have jackets, a nice full-length mirror to help you get dressed, and some shelving as we make our way down. You'll see there's a safe and even a small mini bar where you can get a variety of sodas. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the bathroom. This is a crazy bathroom, I will admit. The red color really threw me. The lighting in here is very dim, so you do have the light there, obviously, that goes around the mirror. There was a small light in the ceiling as well, but it might be a little difficult if you need to apply some makeup in this room. You're going to want to do that probably out in the main area. You do have the separate toilet and bidet here as well, and then the shower itself glassed in. You've got the products now. You do have a shampoo and conditioner and a body wash, which you can use with the same sort of tall overhead shower. Don't make the mistake of pulling that cord. We've done that before in a European hotel, and they will come to rescue you. Great if you happen to be worried about falling down, though. Overall, it is a cozy yet functional bathroom. And that's going to do it for our room tour and the tour of the Riva del Vin Boutique Hotel. Before we go, I did want to say a special thank you to the patrons who help support the channel. If you are interested in helping support the channel, you can check out a link to my Patreon page in the description below. That's going to do it for today. Stay tuned for more European hotel room tours as we make our way around Italy. Till then, take care and happy travels.